This is a verified complaint. A copy is right now on its way to the House of Representatives. This is an ethics complaint against Congressman Danilo Ramon S. Fernandez, more popularly known as Dan Fernandez or Attorney Google. Anyway, this is for certain conduct unbecoming of a member of parliament, unparliamentary conduct, which were committed during the hearings of the Quadcom. I will just give you the general details anyway. I will be leaving this copy for you, and those who wish for soft copies, I will viber to you later immediately a soft copy. If you recall, noon pong nililitis o dinidinig yung tungkol sa mga pogo, kinatawan ko po roon. Nirepresent ko si Miss Catherine Cassandra Leong. At lahat naman po tayo saksi sa ginawang paglabag sa mga karapatan ni Miss Cassie Leong. Specifically, not only the deprivation of the right to counsel, but physically, this was unprecedented in legislative history in this country. Nahaharangin mo yung abogado at hindi mo palalapitin sa kanyang kliyente during a legislative hearing. Sapagkat ang karapatan na magkaroon ng abogado upang makipagsangguni ang isang testigo sa legislative hearing ay ginagarantiya ng walang iba kundi ng ating saligang batas. Number 2, pagwawarning sa abogado na huwag bigyan ng payo ang kanyang kliyente. Saang planeta po acceptable ang ganoong behavior? Nasasabihin mo, Attorney Topacio, do not approach your clients, otherwise you will be cited in contempt. How is that even possible? Number 3, yung hindi po pagbigay ng right to remain silent and the right against self-incrimination sa isang testigo. At si Congressman Fernandez, bagamat hindi abogado, hindi ko naman sinasabing kapag hindi ka abogado ay hindi mo na alam ang batas. Ngunit, sinasabi na nga po sa kanila, or dapat, a person who is in the legislature should be charged with knowledge of the law. Because, number 1, they are lawmakers. Paano kang gagawa ng batas kung ikaw ay walang alam sa batas? Pwede naman pong basahin ang mga desisyon. Tama naman, to an extent, si Congressman Fernandez, pwede kang mag-google. At mag-google mo yung mga kaso. At kung meron kang hindi naintindihan sa kaso, meron ka namang legal staff siguro. O itanong mo sa kapwa mo, man na abogado, ano bang ibig sabihin ito? At pinoint out na nga po sa kanila na sa napakaraming kaso, the right to remain silent and the right against self-incrimination may be invoked not only in criminal proceedings, but in all proceedings, civil, administrative, legislative. At pinakita na nga po sa kanila ang batas. Pinoint out na nga po sa kanila yung batas. Bakit ayaw pa nilang sundin? That is also against the oath that they have taken when they took their oath of office to defend and protect the Constitution and the laws of the Republic of the Philippines and pronouncements of the Supreme Court, according to our civil code, are part of the law of the land. So yan po ang isang violation, ano? Number 2, yun pong the right of a witness to be treated with dignity and with respect. Kapag ikaw ay tinatawag, na violate po yan. Binabastos po nila ang mga witnesses, not only my client. But of course, I have no right to complain on behalf of the other witnesses were also represented by counsel. Yun po. Number 3, yung pronouncements, very unparliamentary. Alam niyo po, in all parliaments in the entire civilized world, meron pong language na tinatawag nila unparliamentary. Di ba? Ayaw na ayaw nila si Pangulong Duterte. Sinabi nila, do not use offensive words. Pero bakit sila? Tatawagin nilang pathological liar, puro ka pa cute, puro ganon. Tatakutin mo pa. Misleading the witness, sasabihin pa, tignan mo itong mga napatay, di umano dahil daw ng pogo. Tignan mo yan, we will grant you immunity if you testify against them. That is misleading. The legislature cannot grant immunity. It is only the prosecution in certain cases and the prosecution with the consent of the court in other cases that may grant immunity by way of making a witness, a state witness. It is not for the legislature to grant immunity. They can only grant transactional immunity, which I can explain later on, but they cannot grant complete immunity. So, pagsama-samahin nyo yan, ayaw nilang pakausap sa abogado bago tatakutin nila para magsalita against her right to self-incrimination and against the right to remain silent. Pagkatapos, igagrant mo ng, papangakuan mo ng immunity na wala ka namang kapangyarihang ibigay. All of these are unparliamentary conduct. And nakalagay po, may rules of conduct, hindi lamang ang miyembro ng mababang kapulungan, kundi ang mga public officials on how they conduct themselves. And it is my respectful contention that Congressman Fernandez has violated these norms of conduct. Ngayon, bakit sa Ethics Committee? Kasi may nakalagay po sa ating konstitusyon na yung mga ginagawa po ng isang miyembro ng lehislatura, they can only be made liable therefore in no other place than the legislature. That's why may Committee on Ethics. They are supposed to police themselves. Now huli na po, bago tayo pumunta rito, and I feel this is also of equal importance in this case. Sasabihin nila, walang mangyayari dyan sa complaint mo kasi sila din yan eh. Si Congressman Espares ang head ng Committee on Ethics. Pagtatakpan lang nila yung sarili nila. Well, unang-una, I would like to give our lawmakers, at least the majority, the benefit of the doubt. Although I doubt the benefit. Ngunit, by doing this, I want to prove two things. Number one should not sit idly by while the rights of persons are being trampled upon by the legislature. Dapat may magreklamo rito. Otherwise, gagawin nilang palagi yan sa lahat ng witnesses. Notwithstanding the caveat of the Supreme Court in Ong versus Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, which by the way, I argued before the Supreme Court, which says that all witnesses must be given due process. Bina-violate na po nila yan. Number two, by filing this, I want to hold a mirror up to our honorable congressmen. Tignan nga po natin, tignan nyo ang sarili nyo, kung anong ginawa nyo sa mababang kapulungan, which is supposed to be an august body, which is supposed to be populated by honorable men and women, kaya nga honorable ang tawag sa inyo eh. Are you really honorable? Are you really august? Kaya nyo bang ipolis ang inyong ranks? Do you still have any shred of decency left in your bodies para makita na mali ang ginagawa ng isang miyembro ninyo at disiplinahin ninyo? Because by no stretch of the imagination is such conduct exhibited by Congressman Fernandez allowable or should be countenanced or tolerated by anyone. So yan lang po. Kailangang may gumawa nito, otherwise nakikita nyo naman, nag-resume na naman ang Quadcom. Tignan nyo kung paano nila tinatrato si Colonel Grijaldo. Binabambuzel, ini-intimidate, binabrowbeat, binubuli dahil natatakot sila doon sa affidavit ni Colonel Grijaldo. Kasi hindi naman po habang buhay nakakulong si Colonel Grijaldo. pagka nag-adjourn ang 19th Congress, automatically po lifted na yung detention order ni Colonel Grijaldo. At I'm pretty sure magdedemanda yan. At nakita niyo na po sa social media na totoo sinasabi niya. Kinausap talaga niya, may CCTV kung saan pumasok si Abante, si Paduano, si Fernandez, at yung abogado ni Colonel Garma. So at least that fact cannot be denied. So yun lang, Ma'am Uto. Now, with the kind permission of Katesi, ito naman po, ito biglaan lamang. I've known Mrs. Teresita Angsi for a long time. Pareho kaming victims advocate. 1990s pa po, nandun ako sa Volunteers Against Crime and Corruption. Kayo, tita, di ba may isang grupo rin kayo? Ano ba yung grupo ninyo? Yung
Movement for Restoration of Peace and Order.
Yun, Movement for Restoration of Peace and Order. Then I'm also the national chairman of the Citizens Crime Watch. We're also an anti-crime watch group. Alam niyo po, nung nababasa ko pa lang ito, hindi pa siya lumalapit sa akin. Nagulat na ako rito sa sinasabing Chinese spy. Alam niyo po, I will make no judgment. Sayaan kong may investigasyon dito. Pero, what really offends my sense of justice and decency, padala yata ni Martin yun. What really offends my sense of justice and decency is that ni wala pang ang paglilitis, kahuhuli lamang, ni wala pang ang preliminary investigation on. Binansagan ng Chinese spy. Bakit ganon? What happened to due process? What happened to the presumption of innocence? What happened to the right to fair trial? Pinrejudice nyo na yung utak ng mga tao. Yan po ang hindi ko maintindihan. Why are certain sectors of government fostering xenophobia? Bakit? Kaaway natin ng China, may pinagtatalunan na teritoryo. Okay, fine. And I would be the last person to say na hindi dapat nating i-claim yung what is rightfully ours. Ngunit, this is not the way to do it. Tarring and feathering every Chinese national who goes to the Philippines is not the way to do it. Kita nyo yung Vietnam, may territorial dispute din sila. Nagbarilan pa nga yun yung 1970s. Remember, kung yung mga mahilig sa history. Yung 1970s, noong wala pang North Vietnam, yung North Vietnam, South Vietnam pa, hindi pa unified. At ang South Vietnam ay ally ng Amerika. Nagbarilan na yung Navy ng China and Vietnam. At ito, and as an aside, at that time, the 7th Fleet was stationed off South Vietnam. Humingi ng tulong ang South Vietnamese Navy kasi nadadaig sila ng Chinese Navy. Hindi naman tumugon ang 7th Fleet. That is how reliable the Americans are as allies. Fact yan. I-google nyo. GMD, Google mo dan. I-google nyo yung battle na yan. Totoo po yan. Hindi ako nag-invento. Anyway, we can forcefully and assertively claim under international law our rights without making an enemy, a total enemy out of a nation or its people. Bakit ganon? Nahuli lang may equipment. Nagtanong din po ako Nagtanong din ako kung ano yung mga equipment na yun. That is road surveying equipment para sa autonomous or self-driving cars. Ngayon sinasabi nilang very accurate yun. Up to the last centimeter. Siyempre, self-driving car pag hindi accurate yun, di nabunggo yun. Ibig sabihin, maaari nag-i-spy siya. Maaari rin namang hindi. Ngunit, imbestigahan nyo muna, tingnan nyo muna, bago kayo magsalita, uy, may Chinese spy dito. The Chinese are spying on us. Talagang kinakalaban tayo ng China. And then, bakit? Bakit kahit consular officials, hindi makadalaw? Tama yung sinabi ni Tito Tessie. Kung yan ay spy, ang usual diplomatic approach is deniability. Di ba? Di ba? Parang Mission Impossible. pag kayo na-discover, hindi namin kayo kilala. Kasi spying on a neighboring country with which you have diplomatic relations is a no-no in international law. Bakit pupunta yung consular officials din? Hindi mo papapasukin. That is anathema to our Constitution sa Bill of Rights na sinasabing torture, violence, incommunicado are prohibited. At wag nilang sasabihin Chinese yan. Because in the same way that our laws are applicable to those who visit or who sojourn to the Philippines, ganon din po applicable ang mga karapatan ng mga taong yun. Hindi lang po citizen ang may right. Basta nasa Pilipinas ka, yung konstitusyon, yung mga rights under the Constitution are applicable to you even if you're just a tourist or you have a working visa or you are a resident or kahit nga illegal alien ka, may rights ka pa rin eh. Eh bakit bina-violate yung Constitution? You know, that's the same thing that happened. Yung Believe It 19, if you recall, noon sa Dilima. May tinanggal na mga bilanggo sa Believe It, dilipat sa NBI, ayaw pakausap sa pamilya kahit sa abogado. That's why we filed a petition for writ of amparo sa Court of Appeals and we were granted that because of the constitutional provision against incommunicado detention. That is the reason why tinutulungan ko po ito. Kaso nyo, yung mga ulalo dyan sa gobyerno, kapag tumutulong ka o nagsabi ka ng pabor na in favor of anything about the Chinese, abay, makapili ka na. Kung may red tagging, may makapili tagging ngayon eh. Yung mga komentarista nagsasabing, huwag naman ganyan, ugnayan tayo sa China to resolve the issue peacefully, hindi, makapili ka. Di ba? Yan ang common na sinasabi niyang si Tariela eh. Makapili na makapili. This is not the way to do it, especially if you are dealing with China, who is an economic superpower, and you are backed by an ally that is not reliable. Mag-iiba na po ang timpla niyan. Bakit ganun pa rin ang ating timpla pagdating sa China? All of this, bakit? Gigirahin ba natin ng China? Does anyone want war? Yung mga iba makapagsalita dyan, nakala mo ganun lang ang gera, parang video game, hindi po ganun. In a war, everyone loses immediately from day one, talo ng lahat. Why are we doing this? Why are we violating the rights of these people? Yan lamang naman po. I am a lawyer and therefore I'm an officer of the court. I have sworn to defend the rights of everyone. Everyone who is within, anyone who is within Philippine jurisdiction are subjected to certain rights. And as a lawyer, it is my bounden duty to defend that, whether she is someone who is hailed or summoned in the halls of Congress or someone who is from China, not even my countryman, but who was arrested here. Kailangang ipagtanggol ko po yun. That's the only reason why I said yes immediately to Tita Tessie. Maraming salamat.